All right. Here we are. Day day 9. It is 11 o'clock in Idaho right now, and I am on day 9. I almost listen to me. You can slip up at any time. Some people call it the enemy, some people call it the ego, some people call it circumstance. I was probably I had about collectively about 16 hours, 17 hours of work to do today while I'm on this wonderful juice cleanse. And so I kind of front loaded in the beginning. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be quite busy tonight. So let's just try to front load these juices. And I got like 3.5 down before I had to go where I need to go around 2 o'clock for my second engagement. My good God. Good God. Surprisingly, the juices sustained me. I'm having enough calories. I don't need energy drink. Usually, if there's an emergency, like I know I'm going to be late, out and about, past my bedtime, grab me a little Celsius. They're the only energy drinks that don't give me headaches. But that was 2025 Breezy. The Breezy that I am now is learning that I sustain myself with these juices. That's my sustenance nutritionally. So I've already made the decision. So it was already done. Mind you, I'm at a place where, my energy has to be high. I'm talking to people, essentially networking, welcoming people, making sure everybody has what they need, like really engaged. I'm like, oof, can I do this on a juice cleanse without a coffee, without energy drinks? Girl, yeah, you just did it. Excuse me. I felt more grounded today. I was kind of getting that feedback from people. People were a lot more approachable to me today. Not saying that has to do with the juice, but energy shows where you are before anything else. Breezy, little side note, thank you for showing up. I love that it's just as easy to do this and it's just as easy not to do it. Thank you for thinking about future Breezy and what we're working towards. Thank you, future self. Thank you, past self, for doing things that you could have easily overlooked and nobody would know. Nobody would know. Where does that accountability lie? I wrote down a text. Okay, let's go into the group chat. As you know, my name is Brianna. My friends call me Breezy, and that's my goal in life, to keep things easy breezy. And that starts with a regulated nervous system. So I was going to do a 40-day fast to hard restart my nervous system because I had run out of options. I had run out of what I feel like was divine grace. And I know you can never run out, but you also don't want to take it for granted. So I'm here to do something, and I'm just here trying to figure out what that is. So I hired a private coach. I've been fasting since I was 17, but I've never done an extended fast like this. So I know I needed to have my hand held and my bottom spanked if I did anything out of protocol. You get to a point where you're just willing to bet everything on yourself. The point where you are is just so itchy, so frustrating, so unfulfilling that you're willing to do everything opposite of what led you up to this point. All right, so my coach said day 9. She has themes for every day, and I love it. And I love her. I don't even know her, and I love her. That gut is working overtime. I don't know if she meant to rhyme, Oh, there we go. Day 9. That gut is working overtime. So the digestive enzymes that we're taking with our juice, so I take a powder and I take pills, and they're from Lou Corona, which is like the OG raw OG guy. So he has a trusted name in this community. And essentially what they're doing, they're our little construction crew. And they're digging and breaking and hauling and flushing while the juice just does its thing. So she said, you might feel puffy today or sluggish. Don't worry. The groundwork is being laid for major breakthroughs. And I'd have to agree. I had a stomach rumble today that brought me to the fetal position at least 3 times. I said, oh, whoa, something's getting woken up and it's not ready to wake up, or it's just not a morning person. But something in me is like, you can feel it loosening. You can feel your inner earth being cultivated. That's the best way I can put it right now. Coated tongue, yep. If I put my tongue out, I'm scraping my tongue raw, but it's just what it is. You got to be conscious of your breath. I have my breath spray with me. Sorry, I just got a text. Um, let's see. The detox is real. Celebrate the weird. It means your body's doing its job. So I had hives yesterday that I broke out with on my torso. Today, coated tongue, taste, um, severe stomach cramps. Severe stomach cramps. So it's shifting. It's shifting. And yeah, so I think I got through 5 juices. So the protocol is 7, and you're taking a ton of water. And I'm like, I just, yeah, you get full. So that's about 2,400 calories that you're consuming. And do you feel it? So right now, about day 9, nothing's really solid anymore. Is that too much? Is that too much? Are we not here to learn? And I'm in this wonderful group with people from all over the world who are just investing in themselves and just saying, hey, I know I'm meant for more. I want to get out of my own way. Can you help me? What a blessing. And there are people here ready when you're ready, when you are ready, when you're ready. The synchronicities are starting to happen. I'm glad I have I'm glad I have this to reflect on, because I know this is going to be a pivotal point in my life that I'm going to look back on and say, oh, every day I see it building on one another, you know? So, my goodness, I'm going to sleep great tonight. Kinetics. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, what did I write down today? People echo back to you what you whisper to yourself. People echo back to you what you whisper to yourself. No, Craig is not always tripping. No, it's not that time of month for Jessica right now. I'm pretty sure anything that you have been offended by, you have consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously said it to yourself. Oh, we don't want to, I would never talk to myself like that. How do you know? You haven't slowed down long enough to hear all the thoughts that cross your path. Most of them are just grazing over. You're not even aware of it. And then out of nowhere, you're just hunched over, your neck's tight, you're in a bad mood, you're frustrated. What else can go wrong? And now you're just perpetuating because you haven't sat down enough or you haven't got quiet enough to actually learn the cues and signals that your body is sending to you, to your mind. You're getting offended by people doing to you what you have been doing to yourself for God knows how long. That's the only way we can get a reaction from it. Feelings we're neutral to, oh, excuse me, feelings we're neutral to that we don't really care about, it doesn't resonate. That's like somebody calling you ugly, and if you don't believe it, you're like, okay, well, I hope you have a good day too. But if somebody starts mirroring, dang, I almost went real deep right there. It's bubbling up. Even the best of us who have gotten a black belt in repressing emotion and suppressing expression, once it gets raw, things just start bubbling and gurgling up. I had that happen to me twice today, where I could have sworn it was a thought. And then when I saw everybody turn to me in reaction, I said, "Oh, did y'all hear that?" Got it. Got it. Got it. You gotta be aware. Gotta be aware. You can't hide behind sugar and fat and carbs and starch anymore. Your intuition is starting to come back online. Your prefrontal cortex. And it's not like you're starving, so you're not in your amygdala, you're not in your fight, flight, freeze. Even if you're chronically have been in survival. I'm talking I have been chronically in survival mode for who knows how long. As long as I can remember? As long as I can remember? I've been fighting something as long as I can remember. I've been running from something as long as I can remember. Now that you're essentially forced willingly, now that you're willingly able to sit down and just relax. I mean, like I just told you, I'm still working 16 hours a day sometimes, you know? But there's a groundedness that is starting to form that I'm desiring more quiet than stimulation. I don't want to be a hindrance to what my body already knows what to do. My body already knows what to do. Let me get out of the way as much as possible. My body has had the DNA genetic codes of how to do what it's doing for forever. Let me supply it with what it needs, of course. Let me be coherent and ask it what it needs. Not judge. Relax. Relax. Relax and release. And I'm doing infrared sauna every day. I'm doing a vibra which is vibration plate with red light every day. So I asked my coach yesterday, like, Coach, I do red light sauna 40 minutes a day, and I've been doing vibra in the morning because I have a little pad here, and then I go to an actual salon that I do my infrared, and they have an industrial. They shaking ancestries all like loose, you know? They have the industrial one. So your lymphatic system, it's one of the only systems that doesn't have a pump. So you actually have to incorporate movement to get it to, it's like when you have bubbles in your straw. And is that a good way to put it? Let's say, when you have bubbles like in a soda or something and you tap it and all the bubbles come up to the front or the top. That's basically what your lymph needs. It needs movement, it needs rebounding, it needs vibration to help it go through its system. Walking, running, all that is an aid to help your lymph get to where it needs to be to drain. I could explain that so much more properly, but thank you for taking me as I am right now, as I am barely. Oh no, as soon as I wash my face, as soon as Tamara goes, no, I need, what did I name her? Tiana? I think it's Tiana. It's gonna be, it's gonna be done. I'm so grateful that we made it another day close. I can't believe it's already been 9 days. Time is gonna move whether you do something with it or not. We might as well do something, at least shoot for extraordinary. People were talking about food around me. I'm so sold out. Yes, I still have cravings. I'm a recovering food addict. Yes, I still have extreme cravings. Yes, it's so easy to just go through a drive-through and nobody would know. Nobody would know. But I'm to that point where I'm like, I think little me is watching. The guardian I needed, the big sister I needed, the mother role I needed. This is an opportunity to show that despite what's happening in your circumstances, you gotta prove it to yourself that you are home, you are safety, you are love, and you are protection. And that's all I'm focusing on. I wrote down some today. If you follow like a Veda astrology, I mean, I get my information from everywhere, biblically, philosophy, scientifically. What feels right and resonates in my body, I'm like, okay, I can use this as a tool. It's not worship, it's a tool. So today, January 9th, is supposed to have some occurrences in astrology that haven't happened, if not ever, in tens of thousands of years. And there's just going to be so many highlights to this year. A lot following with the attack on the mental, distorted thinking. And that can be through conditioning, that can be through your diet, that could be your way of coping with things. But the realities that are about to hit this year, most people mentally don't have the bandwidth to take it all in, the bandwidth to understand. And I'm in that boat too. Like I've sipped the Kool-Aid too. I have did everything that was asked of me and told of me, and all that left me was sick and nearly dead and fat. So I am open to seeing different ways of thinking. I am open to understanding different sciences. And what feels right with me, I'm going to explore. I'm not going to justify what I heard from here or from there, or this means this, or this is a sin, or this is. I feel great when I have an open mind of curiosity. And what's not for me, I put it back in the toy chest. Well, that's probably not for me. Or maybe I didn't explain it, or maybe I just didn't feel that tug, that desire to pull that thread. So I'm just going to put it back. But this, I'm really curious about this. I want to explore this. At least I don't have to guess. At least I can say, yeah, I read that whole thing. I studied it like a student and it wasn't for me. Oh, yeah, I studied this and it made me fall more in love. And it just resonates so well with me. I think it's so important to have an open mind because our mind's going to be blown. You know, our mind's going to be blown. Blown. So many new, so many new we have so much information that things don't have the opportunity to hide as long as they used to. So many things are surfacing already. Do you have the mental bandwidth? If areas of your life collapse or are not as convenient, do you have the mental bandwidth to be bigger than your problem, to be bigger than your situation? Or are you going to be stuck in panic, anxiety, depression, overwhelm, which is normal. Everybody, we've seen it all. We've seen it. Is that what you want to do? When your family's counting on you, when your friends are counting on you to have a clear mind and set goals. I don't know about you, but I want to be counted on. I've always felt that. I want the opportunity to be counted on and to be able to follow through. That takes that takes so much compassion, that takes so much grace, that takes so much braving the wilderness. That takes so much of doing the back internal work, the background work, so you can actually be able to hold the things that you want. So you actually feel worthy of the things that you want. Sometimes it starts with a 40-day juice cleanse. Showing up for yourself every single day for 40 days to build that foundation. Yeah, girl. One thing I do know, yeah, I can depend on me. Because how many people are willing to do that? Or it can look like whatever you want it to look like. But you got to build that foundation of trust, that respect, that love, and watch how it shows up. It just shows up kind of everywhere. And once that's a general standard, you're able to see it in other people. It reflects back to you. I'm starting to see, I know I'm energetically raising by the conversations I'm having, by what people ask me, by the compliments I'm getting. I'm like, oh yeah, some's at work. Some's at work here. Some's at work here. Okay? All right? Okay? All right, dear. Oh my gosh. Here I was thinking I would have nothing to talk about. And I promised my coach I would do this freestyle of speech. She said the first 100 videos, but I'm like, I know myself and I'm just going to want to create something. I feel that creative, but I'm just practicing a creative bone. And it's starting to show up in other areas of my life. I look forward to this. Just a couple of weeks ago, I could barely keep my eyes up at this time. I could barely wash my face at night sometimes. Wash your face. Wash your face. You have the energy. Wash the face. But now I can sit here and talk to you for, 23 minutes? About 23 minutes? What a blessing. What a pleasure. And I don't take it for lightly. For lightly. I was trying to say I don't take it lightly and I don't take it for granted. I ran into a guy that wanted to take me out. He was with a date. I saw pictures of him. He looks way better in person. Still kind of looks like a possum. Oh my gosh, Brianna. I'm just trying to set the image, a very pulled face, you know? I could have said something different. Forgive me. But sometimes people are just going to come up. I've noticed out of nowhere, like, oh, were we supposed to resolve something or am I just supposed to see this? Like, what was the point of this? Sometimes it's not a point either. Do I believe that? I just believe there's a point in everything. There just might be a scale. All right, dear. Basically, allow people to reflect to you the intention that we sometimes give to ourselves that have gone unconscious for so long. Get it out, relax and release. I want my reflections to be of light, love, magnetism, abundance, joy, servitude, enlightenment, miracles, community. That's what I'm focusing on. A healthy, athletic body. I think I wrote that today. I said, a healthy, athletic, grounded body. Did fireworks go off? God, is that you? I want freedom to move as I see fit, to be welcomed wherever I go, anywhere in the world, intentional travel, being around other cultures, other ways of living. There's so many places I have to see. I have to see in this lifetime. I have to see them. I know. Well, dear, my voice is about to go out. I feel it. And whatever journey you're on, just know my heart feels so expansive. Whatever journey you're on, just know it's the breadcrumbs your soul is leaving you. That little curiosity, that little desire, that little just inclination of, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if your life could be totally different next year to where you couldn't even believe it? What if? People are talking about doing it all the time. Why not you? Huh? I'm sorry? Yeah. All right, dear. I love you. And we got this. You know where to find me. I'll be here every single day. If you keep on showing up, I keep showing up. Just imagine the impact that we will have on our community in a relatively short amount of time, I believe. All right. Until next time, I'm signing off. Make sure to come holler at me tomorrow. See if I'm, see if I still look like a human. Have I gone completely feral yet? I don't know. But either way, I'm going to keep going. I'm here for the long run and a great run. All right, dear. Until tomorrow, have a great night. Much love. Bye.